guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm so happy to see everybody back, and I have another book review for you guys today. Today we are talking about Tangled in Deception. And you're thinking, Jenny, what type of stuff are you getting into now? Ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this is a Rapunzel retelling. You heard me. Rapunzel retelling. I'm so happy about it. So this is the synopsis. In this modern marriage of convenience reimagining of Rapunzel. Okay, so let me get back to what I was saying before my husband hollered at me. It says, in the modern marriage of convenience reimagining of Rapunzel, Lexi Caruso is trapped in the gilded tower of her uncle's criminal empire, uncovers a web of deceit surrounding her parents' tragic death or fate. As she unravels dark secrets with Nate Blackwood, whose loyalty hides a forbidden desire in a world where danger lurks behind every whisper, Lexi must choose between loyalty and love, knowing that escaping her tower may lead to both salvation and destruction. Guys, I could not put this book down. It was so freaking good. And honestly, I don't know how you would really explain it, because it's kind of like, the series is called the Dark Enchantment series. But here's the thing. I get, Gwen, I love you, so please don't get upset at me when you see this, but it's kind of like a dark mafia romance. And it's kind of like a friends to lovers sort of thing. And the reason why I say this is because Nate Blackwood and Lexi were childhood friends, okay? And they both had crushes on one another, but they never pursued it at all until Lexi's birthday. And then Lexi's uncle ends up putting her up for a marriage. Well, Nate ends up finding some stuff out on Mateo, the guy that Lexi is supposed to be marrying, okay? And she ends up not following. Her uncle ends up calling it off with Mateo. I'll go ahead and tell you that. I'm not going to give it like a lot of spoilers. I'm going to try not to give any spoilers, but still. So her uncle calls off the wedding with Mateo. Okay. And then she sets it up with Nate Blackwood. And at first, they're kind of very hesitant with one another, but at the beginning, they're more just playing catch-up with one another, like when you haven't seen somebody in a long time. They do that, and they end up falling in love with each other, and the action in this book was amazing. She has a rescue scene in this book. It was amazing. Her chapter art is amazing. Guys, I cannot put this book down at all. I finished it in 3 days. 3 days. 3 days. I did start it in this, like, a little bit in December when my husband was going to the doctors and stuff, but I ended up having to, like, go back and, like, reread the beginning of it so I could, like, remember what was happening. And I'm happy I did, because I finished it in 3 days. I've never, ever finished a book in 3 days. Never finished it in 3 days. So I'm excited about that. And I'm excited for you guys to get this book. This book, she released it on February 16th. So it has been out for 6 days. And guys, if you have not read this book, run to your Kindles, run to your Amazon. I don't know if she has it in Barnes & Noble. I'm going to look real quick and see if she has it in Barnes & Noble. But I would definitely suggest running and getting this book, because it is great. I love how she describes everything. I love finding out about hidden passageways. I love how Lexi finds out more about her parents' death and about who she is truly, and she actually finds out what type of person her uncle is. And honestly, it was just great. I loved it. I couldn't put it down at all. Like, the way she wrote it was just amazing. It was just amazing, and I'm so happy for her. I am so excited for this, for Gwendolyn. Like, she is just amazing. Amazing, amazing. Okay, so she doesn't have it released with Barnes & Noble yet, but that's okay. You can still get it on Amazon and Amazon Kindle. Um, but this was a good book. I gave it I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads. I wish I could have given it more, just like with Knives of Her Heart. I wish I could have given those two way more, because they're just perfect. And this one, like the Dark Enchantment series, the Tangled in Deception, when it comes to the spice, it's more of a what do you call it? Like a fade to black. There I went. A fade to black type of scene with it. And honestly, I didn't mind it. I actually kind of liked it. I liked the fade to black. It was kind of nice. It was really good, and it kept me on my toes. It kept me on my toes because it seemed like something was happening whichever corner. And I felt so bad for Lexi when she found out what really happened with her parents. I felt really, really bad for Lexi. I did. But, it's okay because it still ended up being a good book. And I loved it. But I suggest you guys run and get this book, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Gwendolyn, thank you so much again for letting me be your ARC reader for you. And always remember, stay magical. Bye, guys.